Hello and welcome back to Officina Virtuale. Today we're going to be continuing our beginner's guide. So, as always, let's click on Mechanical Design and Part Design. Part 1 è OK. With Control and left click we can select this different plane, and right click we can hide our 3D system, and we can introduce different axis system. We can specify different position, different origin, as you can see here, and different direction, different axis. Let's click OK. So as you can see here, we've got two different systems. This is an absolute system. This is a system related to this absolute system. There is a big difference between this and this. Okay. Now let's select a plane, an XY plane, and let's click on Sketch. Today we're going to talk about a different point. For example, we can talk about intersection points. So to do that, let's click on the line, and let's design two different lines. This could be our first line and this could be our second line. And we can use the condition intersection point with these two different lines. What we've got is this point, as you can see here. So if let's sketch two different lines now, and let's enable this condition, geometrical constraints, and let's click on intersection point. Now we've got our point with two different conditions. This is coincidence between point and our second line, and this is condition between our point and our first line. Okay. Now let's select, let's design, let's sketch our line, and let's design a point. For example, we can design this particular kind of point, and we've got these options here. This is the projection point. So selecting the projection point and the line, we've got the condition, the projection. As you can see, we've got this point, and this is the projection. To understand what that happens, we can select another point here, for example this, and we can enable our geometrical constraint, and we can project this point. Along this line, and as you can see here, we've got two different constraints. We got a coincident constraint and we've got a perpendicular constraint. This. Okay. The point option, we've got no more options here, so let's select on line and let's click on the infinite line. As you can see here, we've got an infinite line. Normally we will use this as a construction line, and we've got this condition. This is an horizontal condition. I can delete this condition, for example, and selecting this line, I've got these options here, this dialog box enabled, and I can change the condition. For example, I can say vertical. Okay. For example, I can select this line and with control select the y-axis, the vertical axis, and I can fix this condition. And what we've got here, we've got two different conditions, a vertical condition, and we've got coincidence between this line and our axis, and our vertical axis. Okay. Now let's talk about tangency condition. So to do that, we need to design two different circles. This could be our first circle and this could be our second circle. Okay, and let's click on tangency by tangent line, and let's click this, and this is what we'll obtain. We've got this to understand what that happens. We can enable our constraint, geometrical constraint, and click on by tangent and click on this and this, And this is what we've got here. We've got 4 different conditions. We've got a coincidence between the endpoint of this line and this circle, and the endpoint of this line and this circle, and we've got a tangent condition between line and circle. Okay, we can use this command. As you can see, if I select this side of our circle and at this side and the other side, I can obtain this line, and I can do that even on the other side, as you can see here. Okay, this is by tangent. We've got bisecting line. So to do that, I need to design 2 different lines. This could be our first line and this could be our second line. Okay, and with geometrical constraint enable, I can select bisecting line, this, and selecting 2 different lines. We've got this third line. This is an infinite line, as you can see here, with 3 different conditions, 2 different conditions. We've got 2 symmetry conditions between we can measure this angle, for example, cancel. I can measure that, and as you can see, we've got this angle here, and if I measure this, we've got this angle. As you can see here, now we've got an over constraint sketch. Because we don't need this condition, we've got this constraint here. That means symmetry. So we don't need this condition. That means that we've got 2 angles, and these angles are equal. This is the idea. Okay. And what else? What we've got? Bisecting line, and we've got normal line. Okay. We already seen what normal line means. Perfect. And at least we can use this axis. This is a line. This is a construction line. If I flip in our 3D space, we cannot see this line. Okay, we've got problem with our sketch, but this line still exists, and we can use this line to create something like shaft, or what else? We can use this normally for shaft, yes, and even for the other commands like this grow, yeah, close. Okay, so let's delete this, delete, and now we can go in our 3D space, and as you can see, we haven't we've got our problem solved. Okay. As always, if you like my content, my tutorial, please consider to subscribe, share, like, and so on. See you soon.